everybody, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I know that you all have busy schedules and you all made time to come do this with me. Because as Dina pointed out earlier, I think I sent it to like 12 people and only 4 was able to come. Which honestly, that tells a lot about where we are with adult female friendships, right? And not to say that those people aren't my friends, but we're busy. We're moms. We are wives. We're employees. We're daughters. We're aunts. We have all these roles that kind of keep us from being good friends sometimes.
Okay. Makes it hard.
It does make it hard. So I think we should start by just kind of saying your name, your relationship status, if you have any kids, and ages, so that people can understand the perspective that you're going to speak from. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is there anything that I'm missing that we should add? Okay, all right. Let's start this.
I'm going to start with me. Okay, I'm Dina. Is that my age? No, women don't tell their ages.
No.
I am married. I have a 5-year-old son, and then I have a 25-year-old, a 23-year-old. I'm sorry if I'm getting these wrong. Or almost 23-year-old and a 21-year-old. Those are my bonus daughters, and I'm a Mimi. I have a 1-year-old grandson. So.
Oh my gosh, you're a grandmother!
I forgot.
I forgot about that.
We're all absorbing it.
And now I still absorb it in.
This is, I think, the first time I've heard you announce it,
say it like
Yeah.
Because I'm like 22 years old. So how am I supposed to have right? My son is 5, right? Like, yeah.
Your son is an uncle.
He is. Yeah.
We're really at 4.
At 4,
He was
because
born
he
at 4.
was born at 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody else have like aunts or uncles that are close in age? No.
Yeah, Ariana and Anthony.
Yeah, but they do, not me.
Oh yeah, not you.
I'm trying to think if I do. I don't think I do. Okay. All right.
Okay. My name is Erica.
Relationship status.
I'm single, no kids. I do have a nephew and a niece. A lot.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. But you have them a lot.
Yes,
Like a lot. For real. Like if your nephew could move in with you, he would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's how, So Angel, married, and 2 kids, 11 and 8. Yeah.
Janelle, married, 2 kids, 12 and 15. I'm in the thick of it.
Ooh, hormone. You at Hormone City. You were like, hormones
Every day.
are raging right
Every
now
day.
in your house.
Every day.
Oh.
Nancy, married, 3 kids and a bonus daughter. Oldest one is 13. And then there's 6, 5, and 3, all girls. All girls.
Oh, no balance there.
All girls.
You can fight. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be fighting.
I don't base my voice. It's okay.
Nancy,
Okay.
Nancy gonna be fighting. So my first question is, do you all even remember what it was like when you were 21? Before you were married, before you had kids, before all of these extra real adult responsibilities came? Like when you were just kind of dipping your toe in the adult.
It was
Absolutely,
fun.
yes.
Remember? Yeah, I barely remember it. It's like a fucking blur.
No, I remember.
It was fun.
No, I be at home now. I'm talking about, when I was 21, 23. Oh, that's a good time.
It was fun.
It's different. It was different. It was different. I remember I was like out all the time. Like, I was in college and out like 3-4 days a week, and then coming home and studying and all-nighters. Yeah, I was living it up.
That's having a good time.
Yeah, I was going to the club, coming back at 3:00 in the morning, having to go to work at 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even imagine doing that right now.
No.
See?
No.
I don't know
Yeah.
that
No,
life.
I can't.
I don't know that.
Mm-mm.
We do like 2 things. We tap out.
No. Everything has to be planned now.
Yeah.
Are you
8 o'clock? You want me to come out at 8?
Right. I know.
But when you say, do you remember? Are you talking about from the perspective of having friends?
Well, just remembering that time period. Because I feel like if we go back there and kind of remember what that was like, then we can say, what was our friendships like back then? Because I don't remember, and you all tell me when the last time y'all remember y'all went to happy hour.
Mm.
When's the last time you been to happy hour?
It's been a while.
See, but when I was 21,
I was going
Yeah.
after work all the
Yeah.
time. All the
it was
time.
nothing.
And if I'm going now, it's for like an event. Oh, they're leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time?
Somebody's birthday. Somebody's birthday. Yeah.
Right, so now it's like a work event that you have to go to because if you don't, it's gonna look bad. And then you're like,
And
all
you're
right,
just
I'm
showing your
go.
face.
Yeah.
You're
And the
not
last-
staying.
The last couple times I went, I had to bring my kids. Like one of them.
You brought your kids?
Yes. It was like, you know, Nancy.
You're a real mom.
It was like a work, like it was people from work, and we always say like my kids are leaving insurance at my office. They know the office in and out because they go to school right down the street. So I pick them up sometimes like half day or after school or like bring them late. So it was like we had like the Christmas party. They were there. One of them was there, like dancing. But when they choose to go places, it's not just like the bar. It's also like it's in a restaurant. So yeah.
When's the last time you been?
I feel like I might go. So happy hour means at the bar. I was gonna say once or twice a year, but maybe not even that. I do have a lot of people I know where it's like one friend over here I know from something, one friend over here, and those people I might try to keep up with.
Yeah.
So we might get to hang out once or twice a year. And maybe those things that I'm scheduling, because everything has to be on the calendar, maybe we'll say 6 o'clock on a Thursday works. But we're also not at a bar.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
having dinner at a table.
Yeah.
So I don't know when the last time I was at a bar. When I think
Yeah.
happy hour, that's what I'm thinking.
Mhm.
Typically, if I'm at a restaurant, I'm not at a bar.
Yeah. You're going to dinner.
Right.
Yes.
You're going to dinner with your friends. Happy hour was impromptu. What you doing? You want to meet
There's
at happy
no
hour?
impromptu in
Right,
my
but-
life.
yeah.
But in my mind, happy hour was just impromptu. You want to go, you go. You might eat, you might not eat. See, now we gotta eat.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
like it's
Right.
like we have to do a 2 for 1.
Mhm.
I have to make this purposeful.
And now that you say that too, it's like when I do it, it's like I'm not sitting at the bar. It's like the restaurant. So do you count that? No, I go out. It's social.
Not 21-year-old happy
No,
hour.
it's-
Because we
That's
weren't
right.
worried about eating dinner.
No.
Yeah. We
No.
might have ate some wings because we like, ooh, we
need
need
to
to soak
get
up
some
this
liquor.
liquor. You know?
I didn't get drive home.
Yeah.
So let me eat a little something. Okay, all right. So next question. How did your friendships change after marriage and kids? Or let's separate the two. How did your friendship change after you got married? And then we'll talk about the kids. I feel like that's a different level.
I can speak to that. I don't consider myself somebody with a whole lot of friends. I probably have like 5 really, really close friends from college and like high school. And of them, I was the first to get married.
Oh.
So that's why I feel like I felt it probably the worst. And
Nobody could empathize.
yes, I was the first one to have. Actually, I was not the first to have kids, but my other girlfriend, who we had, our kids are the same age. She's still not married today. So even when we had kids, she still was living a single life and did things that I didn't do. But yes, I to this day I still get criticized for some of the choices that I made back then. And I was fine with it because I'm like, you don't understand what it means to be in a
You mean by
relationship.
your friend?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But are they married now?
One is, 2 aren't.
Does she criticize you? Or is she like, damn, now I get it?
Well, my best friend, now that she has kids, I see that she gets some of it, but she's still not married. So there's still going to be some decisions that she doesn't have to make that I do.
Yeah.
And I do think though, after she had kids, I think she could see that what it feels like to be in a different situation, even if it's not because of your husband, to have to make different decisions. So I do think and it's not that she wasn't giving me grace, but you can tell when your friends understand and when they don't.
Yeah.
When they say it, but they don't really mean it. Yeah. They say it because that's the right thing to say, but they're really salty about it.
Or we just talk about it, so I know that they don't understand.
Yes. All right. It was different when I got married. It was different. To be honest, I felt it more with my family, the shift in my family, than my friends.
What do you mean?
I felt like, so like I have a baby sister. She's the baby. So she was really young when I got married. Oh shit, how old was she? How old was she, baby?
Like 10 or 11.
Yeah, she was like 10. So
When you got married?
because we're 17 years apart. Okay. So she was young, and so I remember we had to go through this shift where she felt like Mike was taking me from her, was taking her sister away. You know, like we really had, like it was really a problem. Like it was really a problem.
What was their relationship when you all were dating?
She was a kid just running around. See, she was young.
Did she like him?
Yeah, she did. But she didn't want him taking, she felt like he was like taking me. And like even with my family, they didn't understand that, or they understood it, but it was still some saltiness there. Like I can't go to everybody's Thanksgiving dinner. I can't go to everybody's Christmas
It's that
dinner.
adjustment period.
I can't go to everything because now I have in-laws who are having the same events and I'm only one person.
The obligations are different.
Yeah. So
And you
I
have
think
to create your own traditions.
you do.
Yes.
You know?
You do. I mean, 13 years later, everybody's, we're fine. But, that adjustment period was long. I feel like that shit was like at least 5 years.
So people got in a groove with things.
Yeah. I feel like that was at least like 5 years. But I don't know. I don't know. Was that the first one? I think so. I wasn't. I wasn't the first one to get married. So I didn't have that shift part. It was when I had kids I saw the difference.
Were you the first one to have kids?
No, I wasn't. But when I had kids, I was the first one married to have kids. And so that's different too. Like you just said, like it's different. Have children but not be married, but then to be married and have children. And that's like double the obligation, double the responsibility versus just the children,
The children, you can still make your own decisions.
Yes.
You don't have to consider someone else in your decisions.
Or somebody's not weighing in on it like that. Right now we don't make an individual decision anymore at all. Almost. So
I think because most of my friends when I got married were married. So I think everybody kind of understood. And I saw how those marriages work. So I mean, I don't think anything shifted when I got married. At least that's not. Y'all tell me if it's something.
For me, it was like I didn't feel a shift either because like we did, like me and my friends, we did the same things at around the same time. Like it was, like wedding after wedding after wedding, then kids start coming. So we're kind of like parenting each other. So like I mean, I've had the same close friends for years since we were like 21. So those are people I was out with. And even with like my sister, and we all got married within the year of each other. And then you got married like a couple of years like before. So everybody was getting married around the same time and going through that having kids journey around the same time. So I didn't feel that much of a shift. I would say though, I did feel a shift because I was like the first one to have kids, where like you weren't getting invited places. Like, people assume you couldn't come to places because you have kids. So that was a big adjustment for me. Like, and I would say, just invite me. I might say no.
Why can't I get invited?
But invite me at least, I could pull some strings, get somebody to watch the kids or whatever. So that was kind of like an adjustment for me not being invited to certain places.
Mhm.
So the invitation thing. Well, go ahead. You answer.
For me, well, I didn't say that I was single. I am divorced. So when I got married, I was 26. I feel like it did change for me because his family was so big, and so there was a lot of obligations of going to family functions. So I think my friendships, I didn't see my friends a lot. So I think it immediately changed because we were together for a really long time, and before we got married, and so for me it was.
How did you? What was that?
To be honest, I feel like most of my friends understood. They weren't. I know that we didn't see each other a lot, but most of the time we would make time to see each other. Like, okay, let's go out to lunch.
I think it depends also on like everybody. Like, do you guys have the same ideology or value
That's
on
true.
marriage?
Yeah.
On because if you do, then you understand. You can't come to happy hour with me, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can, maybe you can't. But if you can't, I get it. You know what I mean? Like your husband ain't gonna want you in the streets while I'm in the streets.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
Like, so
right.
you gotta kind of understand that. But if you have different ideology on what marriage looks like, then you may have situations where now they're looking at you like, oh, so you don't want to hang out with us? You married and stuff. You know, I know.
Right. It is
And
correct.
there's nothing wrong with that. That's
And if I'm married and then you like I was seeing you living it up, like I might crap your style a little bit. Like, cause I know you on reserve. I know you on reserve. I ain't gonna be talking to anybody just walk in or like casual conversations like that. I'm gonna be a little bit to myself a little bit, right?
Yeah. So that's why they recommend married couples find other married couples to hang with because you'll have a lot more in common. Your flexibility and scheduling is going to be similar, right? And you'll be just a lot more understanding. So it is a problem when someone's married and they're always hanging out with their single friends. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and that's
Like,
a whole
you gotta
other
be
issue.
bored.
That's a whole other
Like, you gotta be
issue.
bored, right? I mean, either
No.
bored or out of control.
Yeah.
Or you're out of control. It's either one. It's one or the other. It ain't in the middle. You can go every now and again, but I mean all the time. Why? What you doing there?
Right.
But my best friend who's not married, she has a daughter now. She's not married. She also doesn't have a big family. And so she values her friendships.
So friendships are like family.
Yes. And she has always been the one to do the Galentine's Day. For spring, we're doing a brunch and there's a theme and we're all coming dressed. She is serious about her girlfriend relationships. And for me, sometimes it was stressful just because of the age of the kids and how busy I am to make sure that I can make it to some of those events. And it's not that, I mean, we're the same age. So it's not like she's out here at a club or at a bar. She's trying to do girlfriend things, grown girlfriend things, and it's still a little stressful for me to balance it. So it's not like it's a different interest. I do want to do it. I just got to find the time to do it.
yeah.
So that's hard.
Yeah, no, and the time. So now, right, how did your relationship change after having kids? See, to me, that's totally different. Because just as a married woman, I was still able to balance it. I could still do some things.
But how long were you married before you had kids?
1 year, girl, not a lot.
I had 0.
Right. 1 year.
I got married because I was pregnant. Sorry. So I don't know what it's like to be married without kids.
We were married 1 year. I said I wanted to do 1 year before we started trying, but when we started trying, it was not even.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So you got pregnant before the 1 year.
No, I got pregnant exactly at the 1 year.
Okay, so
literally, we got married in October. I got pregnant in October. Like literally, you want to try? Sure. Boom, pregnant. Hey, for real.
So what was your first year like?
It was fun. Let me tell you. So one of the things me and Mike always talk about is we miss being able to just get up and go. Like we cannot get up and go like we used to. We would go to like a 10 o'clock movie on a Wednesday night. You can
Is that a shame? I didn't even know that existed.
Well, you're not gonna know that. You're gonna be home with the kids.
That
We
sounds
used
amazing.
To, right, we used to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we just used to get up and go to a bar, like just do whatever we wanted to do at any time. And then that was short lived.
We talk about those days too, me and my husband, like the time like before kids we could just get them and go. Because I remember one time I was at home and then it's like, wake up. I'm like, what? It's like, we're going to movies. I'm like, movies? I'm like, yeah, they got 11 o'clock show. I'm like, 11 o'clock? Like, I'm already out of sleep. Like, you know? So it was that, like, you know, now we are like, what type of movie you gonna watch? Can we watch it at home? Like, can we bring the kids? Now it's like, okay, like, if we go to the movie, because my husband likes to go to, he's a big movie guy. Especially when it goes to the Marvel and DC Comics. So he likes to see it with the day it releases.
Yeah.
And day releases, like you were going like on Thursday night, like, you know? And I'm like, I'm working. I got to work early Friday. And that's the planning. Then like go after work. Then have to go pick up the kids. And I'm tired by the time I get home. And have to wake up and be at work by 7:30. It's a lot. So
See, but in that first year, what made it great was if we went to the movies at 11 o'clock at night, got home at 2 in the morning, I still got up and went to work. But guess what I could do when I got home?
Go to
Take
sleep.
a nap.
Go to sleep.
I could, nap is what? Like nap what? What does that mean anymore? You know? So yes, I miss that. So having kids, I really felt like my friendships did like this. Because my kids are active, you know, they're in different activities. They're like 2 activities each. Not including school and what comes with school, and then marriage, and then work. I'm exhausted listing it. So my friendship did like this. If you didn't become a friend as a family member, I don't even know where you at. For real. Like I can't even tell you that I see them once a year.
What do you mean a friend as a family member?
So if you were not a friend, that became a family member.
Oh, I see what
That
you're saying.
became part of the family where you're a part of all of these familial, events.
The gatherings.
Yeah, like if you're not
holidays.
if you're not on the family list of invites, I can't even say I see you once a year.
I know for me, like in the beginning, okay, so I had Jackson and probably like you had already had kids before. You had Amara.
I had Mara.
And I think everybody else had already had kids. But when I had Jackson, a year later, it was COVID. So then that was that. And then I was horrible during COVID. So even when the world was starting to open up, I was like, I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get back out. But I mean, I think there's some things like being an adult parent, and this is not to be derogatory, but it's different than if I were a parent at 20, I would be a different mom. Because now I have no problem saying I can't come. He don't feel good, or he whatever. I can't come. Whereas when I was 20, I wanted to be in stuff, right? I wanted to be in like FOMO, right? Like I wanted to do stuff. I think I would have had a harder time, and maybe I would have made poor decisions. Like, well, I'm gonna just get such and such to keep my kid.
Yeah.
Now, nah, I can't.
No, yeah, that's true. Because like right now, our tradition is, we try to do one family vacation a year and then one adult vacation a year. And if we have to scrap one, it's always the adult one. It's never the kid one. So yeah, like I get that. As an older mom, I can't.
Well, hold on now. I'm more mature.
No, if I was a teenage mom, I would have been terrible. I'd have been terrible. I would have been terrible. I'd have been terrible. I know I would have. So thank you, Jesus.
I already know all of it, so I chose to have children later because I know that I was not at that time, like in my 20s, time point of my life where I was like wanting to worry about anyone else, wanting to, especially because like my brother had kids at that time. I was like, oh, that's a lot of work,
Yeah, my older sister, she had, a son, so I knew what it would look like, and I was like, I'm not ready for that, because my mother would have ended up raising my kids for real. She would have been watching them all the time. Now it's just special occasion.
I feel like I was in the middle. my mom had me at 19. And so I compare her experience to mine, and I recognize that she was in her 40s. Her and my stepdad were in their 40s when we left the house. Can you imagine? I'm thinking now I would have we'd have all the time in the world. Like, oh my God. But you're gonna give up something to get something, right? So
Yeah.
you either get your time in the beginning or you get it at the end. But I had KJ, I think I was 27, so I feel like that was right in the middle.
So you know you were
That was
still
kinda
older.
Yeah.
It is, but it wasn't super young. And I know a lot of my friends had their kids in their 30s, even like mid 30s.
Yeah.
So that's
right
a lot.
here, right here.
So, but at mid 30s, I feel like you got your late 20s and your early 30s to yourself. I did not.
Well, I was exactly 30.
So I feel like I missed out on. It wasn't definite for me. And I feel like, so I had moved away to Atlanta when Kenyon and I started dating. And so when I got to Atlanta, I was trying to figure myself out. So I didn't really I don't feel like I had an amazing 20s because I was still trying to figure it out in another city. Then at 27, I got pregnant and then had to move back home. Still trying to figure it out. So I'm waiting for my kids to leave the house so I can really figure it out.
Well, you almost there. You had
But I feel like I have to make it work after because I was not done trying to. I didn't have the answer yet before I had kids, and so I'm gonna have to figure it out.
So where are your friendships now, though? Like where would you say they are? Good standing, bad standing, indifferent. I feel indifferent about mine.
I feel like mine are in good standing because I feel like we have the same issues. You know, like
Because y'all did everything parallel.
Like, let me tell you, me and my two good friends, like we were trying to figure out a girl night for like a whole month. Okay, we had something scheduled, then one of my kids gets sick or somebody gets sick, and so it's like it's been ongoing trying to figure it out. But we each understand, like you know, because our kids are around the same age, so we understand. And we do talk to each other all the time. We see each other. It may not be like, but as far as like us having like a girls like adult time, I feel like that's been a while. But I feel like we understand, you know, and are patient. We give each other grace. With that.
Yeah. I understand. I just don't see people. I just don't see.
My circle is small. Like my friend group is small. Like this, like you know, like the two friends we've been friends with, like since I was 21. So my circle has always been kind of small, like, you know.
The ones that I was close to became family. Everybody else,
Yeah.
I see them when I see them.